Into round 5 now. So on the left-hand side we have Zoodiac Kaiju, the first Zoodiac Kaiju. If you want to tell Kiwi they can start. For me that would be fantastic. So Richard Carroll is saying Zoodiac Kaiju, the first Zoodiac Kaiju we've seen. And on the right we have pure Yosenju.
Yep, no Zoodiacs. Just a few splashed in Kaijus, because obviously Camel 1 can bounce them to the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting deck. He's doing quite well so far.
So it should be pretty good to see.
So we've received confirmation that Richard will be starting.
Yep.
And he's got a pretty good hand. He's opened a Torrential Tribute, a Zoodiac Rapier, 2 Barrage, and a Terratop.
Ooh, spicy.
And Edwin has got the Fire Formation Tengi, the Juzikuru, the Lightning Kaiju, an MST, a Book of Moon, and a Macrocosmos.
The Macrocosmos is pretty decent, but it's not going to help him right now.
So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a difficult game 1 for him.
Yeah, for sure.
He would have wanted to go first just so he can sort of get that macro set.
Yeah.
All of those Zoodiacs, although he will also have the strong plays, he knows every rat is going to get banished. Every Exceed is going to get banished. It just stops their ability to come back into the game. So if you're Edwin here, you're mainly looking to just pick up the Yosenju off the top of your deck.
Yeah.
Because that way you can Kaiju whatever he summons, probably the Dryden, Tenki for the Camel 1, play your other Yosenju, and then you can bounce the Kaiju back to your hand and then attack for some damage.
Yep. So we see the Mecha-equipped Engineer come down. It's quite an old card, mainly used in the Mermail days, that one. If you don't know what it does, you basically switch a monster to defense position. It can't be destroyed by battle or card effect that turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Thoroughblades come out. So Thoroughblade, when it's normal summon, I think it is, isn't it? You can discard a Zoodiac card to draw a card.
Thoroughblade is when it's normal or special.
Oh, normal or special. Okay, cool.
So the main reason why you go for the Thoroughblade there is because, as you can see, he's got the Tiger Maw. He gets the rat back anyway.
Yeah. So he's
and
fine.
And the
really.
Mech-equipped is just a relatively strong play against the interrupted Kaiju Slumber. So
yeah.
He probably isn't really aware of what his opponent's playing at this point. So he's just making the strongest turn 1 possible.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see Richard's probably had quite a bit of experience with this deck. He's just powering through the plays.
Which is good. We like to see that.
Not really taking too long to think.
Yeah. Which is what we want to see, basically. We don't want ridiculously long rounds.
Yeah.
Because they are a grind.
I mean, any Zoodiac players probably should be quite familiar with the deck by this point.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been playing mirror matches all day. They've been testing the mirror match up until this point.
It should have been, yeah, definitely. So, typical Emerald. Emerald is going to shuffle 3.
Normally you go for the... Some people play 1 Borbo, so you'll just shuffle in your 1 copy.
Yeah.
2's probably the correct number to play, to be fair, but sometimes you can get away with 1, so you normally go for the 2 rats. The rat is always... Well, not always, but it's normally under the Emerald, so whatever happens, even if they Kaiju Slumber you, you can still go off next turn with your rat.
So the Dryden comes out in attack position.
Yeah, interestingly though, so I had somebody sort of discussing Engineer, sorry. And I was saying sort of it's a pretty good card. You summon your Dryden in attack mode, they try to attack it, and then you just turn it to defense, whatever happens. In your following turn, you've still got that Dryden there, it's live, it's active.
But he can choose if he wants to keep an Emerald or anything.
Totem Bird in place of that.
He could have, yeah.
So the main rank 3s you go for are the MX Saber Invoker, the Totem Bird, and the Engineer. Totem Bird is a lot stronger against the Kaiju Slumber.
Yep.
Which we know Edwin is playing.
So he hits the TT, which is pretty good. For people asking the record, both of these players are XO.
Yep.
Yep, so they have 4 wins to their name. So I know a lot of people are asking that. So he does have obviously the Yosenju in the back. So he just sets 4 and passes.
So we know he set a Book of Moon, a Tenki, a Macrocosmos, and 1 other card.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, it's not looking too good for him.
No, not really.
It's going to start the turn with the Emerald effect. Just gaining an additional draw, shuffling even more resources back.
Richard has another Terratop in his hand as well, and he did shuffle back the Tentacular. Oh no, he didn't. No, he hasn't used it yet, has he?
No.
Oh no, he has. There it is. So he now will activate that, so he can just maybe fill up the graveyard, switch it to the Trident to defense so it can't be destroyed. Then he has 3 more in his grave, and he also has a live Terratop in hand with a Raigeki too.
Yep. That's pretty good. I mean, arguable he could have used that in his opponent's end phase because it's a quick effect.
Yeah.
So that way he can still have the Angernier live for his turn, but I don't think it will make too much of a difference here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's quite a lot that Richard can do here. And he drew Rat.
Yeah, I mean, with such a clogged board, the Rat isn't really going to do much for you.
But he is going
he can
normal summon the Speedroid Terratop.
Get that tacked on board again, make another rank 3.
So there you might want to go for the Totem Bird.
Yeah, you feel quite bad for Edwin here.
Yeah, it's just been... Unfortunately, it looks like it's just one of those things that does happen, but he does at least get to go first. Unless one of those face downs is a Mirror Force that he drew.
It could have been top decked.
Yep.
Didn't notice what card he picked up, but of course there is going to be the...
So at that point, would you
Totem
not
Bird.
maybe book a Moon?
So I mean, the problem here is the Totem Bird's guaranteed to negate one spell or trap, and if you waste the Book of Moon on the Terratop, doesn't do too much for you either way.
Well, if he did have the Mirror Force, bucking that monster would have been the way to go, because then it isn't negated.
Yep. So if it's the Mirror Force that he has, he can still book the Totem Bird. It will be forced to negate, and then at which point he can just chain the Mirror Force anyway.
True. I guess you could get rid of it in that sense. But he's going to take, what, 18, 19, and...
So 37, 47,
yeah.
55?
It's a fair amount of
should
damage.
leave him on 25.
So, one last possible draw for Edwin this turn.
He needs
Something
Kaiju
big.
Slumber, probably.
Kaiju Slumber or like cards of...
It's
Cards of Demise.
questionable by Richard. So the main reason why you want the Angernier is probably so you can keep your Trident in attack mode and protect it whatever happens. But it does need to switch the monster to defense to keep it alive. So that Trident being in defense mode there, sort of, you lose the additional protection from that Angernier.
So Totem Bird just goes face down and he activates the Raigeki.
The Tenki.
Tenki, sorry. It's because Raigeki's in Richard's hand, that's why. So Edwin, I think, is quite nervous, isn't he? By the looks of it, yeah. It's okay, it's only stream, it's not bad.
Yeah, I think at the start of the day he probably wasn't expecting to be in this situation for her with Yosenju.
He's doing very well, very, very well.
I mean, it's...
Yosenju's a decent deck.
We're in a format where whoever goes first has such a big, sort of such a big benefit. Like looking at Edwin's trap lineup, he has the Vanity's Emptiness. He has the 1 Macrocosmos, the 2 lose 1 turns. So all of those are floodgates. So yeah, I mean, if he goes, so he's got the Camera Free where. If another Yosenju monster you control inflicts battle damage, you can add a Yosenju, and he's got the Kama one, which is the sort of the main one that people play. The reason why Yosenju Kaiju works.
Yeah.
Is if you control another Yosenju card, you can bounce a monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So the main play is you give them the Kaiju, you bounce it to your hand, and then you can either give it to them again. Sort of just tribute another one of their monsters, or you have it for the following turn to negate sort of their Trident.
But a big possible play is Chidori here now.
Yeah, and of course that Totem Bird is set, so he can return the set Totem Bird.
There's also a back row too. So Lightning Chidori is so strong, so you would shuffle probably back the back row. Chidori is, which is a barrage. Goodbye barrage, that's pretty painful.
He does have a rat in his hand though, to be fair.
I think he has a barrage in his hand as well. Oh no, that's the Raigeki. I keep thinking that's the Raigeki. So that's going to shuffle back probably the equipped. Equipped should probably activate its effect just to save the Emerald, just to guarantee that, you know, he's not going to... I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. He's going to be left with 1 monster, but that's fine. So, very strong play from Edwin. He's cleared quite a lot of resources. But The problem is... Oh, that strike was a bit late.
So,
yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, fair enough.
The problem is the Emerald can just
And the
crash
problem is...
into it, and he has a Raigeki.
And he has a
obviously.
Raigeki, so... Well, no, Chidori's 19.
Is it 19? I
It's
thought it
19.
was 18.
No, it's 19.
Oh, so yeah, he needed that Raigeki to pull through there.
That Raigeki was super important. So he just needs to put on very bit... Oh, that's it. That's game. Unless he can answer that. That's 1218.
So received a message from the judge on the floor. Edwin was quite nervous in that game. Understandably so. But
he did very well.
Valiant effort. He needed an out to that Vanity's Emptiness. He did have it.
He did have it, unfortunately, yeah. So Richard goes on to make it 1-0 to him. And then we'll move on to side deck. So what possible side deck cards does Edwin have?
So just running through their side deck, Edwin is playing 3 Pendulum Hole, 1 DD Crow, 2 Royal Decree, 1 Leeching the Light, 1 Fossil Diner, 2 Light Imprisoning, 2 Shadow Imprisoning, 2 Necrovelli, and 1 D Fisher.
Okay.
So just looking at that. I mean, what would you expect them to bring in here?
From Edwin, Fossil Diner is one. D-Fissure is another one, possibly, but it's not as strong as Macro.
I mean, yeah, the problem with D-Fissure is all of the materials go to grave, so...
I think kind of only the Fossil Diner is the decent thing.
Yeah, so...
Royal Decree isn't that strong. DD Crow is not as strong. It's as a one-of, it's a bit of a struggle to try and go into. He does main one, so maybe he wants to load up on that. Deck. Yeah, and that's kind of it, really. Whereas Richards, I guess Richard probably wasn't expecting to play Yosenju. Side deck, he's got the Bearman combo in there. Lancia, Denkoseka. Denkoseka is definitely coming in. Chalice may come in. The final Twin Twister should come in. And that's probably it.
Yep. Another Zoodiac deck, siding the Steel Swarm Roach as well.
Yeah, it seems like it's quite strong. Did that go up in price, or...?
Steel Swarm Roach hasn't really gone up too much. I guess at the start of the format, people weren't really expecting it to sort of Infernoids to be such a popular deck. To be fair, there aren't too many here, but it seems like they're doing quite well. We only had, I believe, 7 Zoodiac Infernoids and 4 normal Infernoids enter the tournament. So just under sort of 7%.
Which is not bad.
So we can actually see that Edwin is letting Richard go first as well.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure if...
And, yeah, Richard's opened with a Raptor, Raigeki, Terratop, Maxi, and a Solemn Strike.
So he's...
decent. Whereas
Edwin has the Lightning Kaiju. It looks like Kama 3 he has in his hand.
It looks like 2 Kama 3s.
Yeah, it looks like he has 2 Kama 3s, a Tenki and a Kaiju Slumber.
See, what is it with the Zoodiac players always opening with Terratop?
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say before we just went over Edwin's hand, it looks like the curse of the Tactomborg is gone.
Yep, that swiftly went. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit ridiculous. Especially when I was playing online, especially with like school servants. I wasn't joking. 9 out of 10 people opened up with that stupid Terratop. I'm like, Terratop is one of those cards. I don't really care if it's banned or not. It's just one of them, but it's just so annoying. It's like, oh, you have the of course you have the Terratop. It's like, oh.
We have lots and lots of people expecting Terratop to go to 1.
Probably.
I guess we're just waiting for that ban list to hit. It's been a while since we had our last one.
It's been a while. It's going on 6 months.
It's been a long, long time.
It's going on 6 months. September, was it?
Yeah, something around that. Just going to pull up the latest Forbidden Unlimited list.
I want to say September. It feels like it's been that long.
Not the ban list, as people like to make the joke of.
Oh no, effective from August the 29th.
Ah, even longer.
So yeah, pretty much September.
Got in an extra 2 days.
Too good. Yeah, so it has felt that long. Yeah, wow, it's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, so as we can see, Zoodiac vomiting on the field.
Yep. So Richard here should, as we were discussing in game 1, the Dryden by the end of this turn should be in the attack position. So that way he can protect it with that Anganeer, because we can see Edwin has the interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
However, he could just Kaiju over it.
Yep. So, I mean, what we're probably going to see is the Kaiju Slumber. He'll respond with the...
Can he not Kaiju and then Kaiju Slumber? Kaiju over the mech crit?
Yeah, but he achieves the same thing, because he can... Oh, yeah, no.
No, because the Dryden wouldn't stay alive.
Yeah, because he's... I mean, Kaiju Slumber will still give him a Kaiju, it just means that he can force him to get a Gamma Seal, as opposed to the Juicy Kuru.
But also the Dryden won't stay alive, unless he activates Dryden in damage step.
So,
sorry, in standby phase.
He's going to be able to get the Kamas off as well.
Yeah.
And Maxi, that's a pretty big pickup for him here. Because he can go Kama 3, Kama 1, Kama 3.
Yeah.
Plus the Kaiju Slumber, plus the Kaiju from his hand. So he's got lots and lots of combo pieces to go off with there. So as you were saying, he's just going to give him the Kaiju.
Yep. And then Slumber, because it means that the Dryden goes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, as we were expecting. He's only going to draw one here because both of the Kaiju summon at the same time. So he's probably going to take the free Kaiju himself and give his opponent the Gamma Seal.
Yep.
And then I wonder what... So we know the set card for Richard is the Strike. So he's probably going to Tenki for the Kama 1, summon the Kama 3, assuming he does have 2 Kama 3s in his hand. I think we saw that correctly.
Yeah.
And then he's probably just going to strike the first Kama.
Probably, yeah.
Otherwise he's going to take a whole load of... his opponent's going to get to search 2 Yosenjus. I think the effects are once per turn. So he really has to sort of strike that first Yosenju here, otherwise he's going to be in a bad way.
Yeah, exactly. Because with Yosenju, once they get rolling, they really get rolling. So this may... So let's see. See if he actually negates it. He should. Yep, strike comes down instantly.
Yeah. And,
correct play.
Yeah, the Kama 3, he could have only added once because it's not a once per turn effect, it's a use once per turn.
Ah, okay, cool.
So, but he still would have been able to bounce the Gamma Seal back to his hand.
Yeah,
he would
exactly.
have been able to
yeah.
search the Kama 2 as well, which can attack directly.
Yeah.
Or the Yosenju, the essentially the one that gives it 1,000 attack. I'm not going to attempt to say its name.
So he's going to take 1/1 there, isn't he? Because it's 2/2 to 3/3.
Yep.
Oops. So he picked up a Ghost Ogre, maybe? He does have a Raigeki.
Yeah, he had the Raigeki.
He drew a rat.
So I mean, the Maxi is going to prove to be one of the best cards Edwin could have got from the top of his deck.
Yeah, which is pretty ridiculous. So the Raigeki comes down just to clear the board.
Not sure if that was necessary. The Trident essentially would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, against Yosenjus, they all pick up in the end phase anyway, so...
Exactly. So
unless he's willing to commit to a big board.
He does also have a Chalice. So he instantly drops the Max C.
Yeah, just because he knows...
he knows he can overlay straight away.
Yeah, into the Tridents, into the Broad Balls.
Really get the combo going. Would you Max C straight away, or would you wait until it went into one of them, say? Until Broad... not into Broad Ball, into the first one, the rare.
So, it just depends whether or not he has the rat in his grave.
Yeah.
I would, personally, I'd wait for him to use the first rat effect. So I'd let him get to the point where he's at Tiger Mortar.
Yeah.
Detaches the rat from the Tiger Mortar and attempts to special summon. Because that way you're guaranteed to get one card. Your opponent gets a rat out of their deck, they have a Tiger Mortar on the field. They've used up probably 2 of their Zoodiac Exceeds for that turn. So the only thing they will have left is a Broad Ball, a Dryden, and essentially... unless they're going to kill you that turn, you're going to replace your Maxi.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Put them in a really awkward position.
So apparently people are saying the stream may have gone down. I don't see it.
Quite possibly, you guys aren't seeing anything. You just have the pleasure of listening to our voices.
Maybe. Well, we will, for the pleasure of people who are obviously watching on YouTube, they don't need any of this rubbish. So we will just see.
So Yosenju's putting up a very good fight here.
They are. They certainly are.
Quite impressed.
Yosenjus are pretty impressive in this matchup. They're doing pretty well.
He still does have the 2 Yosenjus as well. He's going to get chaliced.
Yeah.
Which isn't the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, no.
We know Richard still has another rat in his hand. So he can go off. And this is what I was saying about Maxi. He did stop his opponent for a turn. He replaced the card with a trident, but ultimately his opponent didn't have to commit too hard to the Maxi. It's interesting. He picked up the Camera 3. I'm guessing that should have stayed on the field.
Should it?
So it just depends how Chalice is worded these days, if it's end phase or end of the turn. Guess that's something you'd have to read on the cards themselves. Because if the effect is negated until the end of the turn, sort of the effect to return itself to hand would have been negated.
We should be going back onto YouTube now, hopefully. Onto Twitch, sorry. Hopefully so. Apologies for obviously YouTube people, your uninterrupted coverage as always. Yeah, and we are back. Apologies guys, there was just a slight little malfunction there.
Okay, and it looks like we have a technical issue with the game as well, so we're just going to go to a brief stop in the game.
Yep, that's fine.
The judge on the floor has alerted us of something, so we're just going to go and have a quick check, make sure everything's all in order.
Yep, no problem.
And then get back underway.
So yeah, welcome back guys, who are on. Can we come over to watch? Yeah, sure, if you just want to go over. So there's just some proceedings we need to carry on with. So yeah, we're all here. So to pass the time, guys, let's talk. Obviously, YouTube people can't really talk to me because it's a one-way stream. But in the Twitch chat, do we like links? Dual Link? Not Dual Link. Obviously, that's the mobile game. Do we like link summoning or not? I'm still a bit undecided over it, to be honest. I need to like proper time to be able to think about it and all that. I haven't really had a lot of time recently in the past, since the announcement dropped, basically, to be able to really consider it and think of it, because it impacts us so heavily. The one big thing that I was really confused of and just a bit put off at is future sets until October. It kind of stops a lot of things, and I'm just like, because if people want to invest into a set and a deck, for example, the Invoked, which is the Eidolons, obviously I really like them. I really liked Eidolon Wind Witch artifact, but now I'm like, I don't know if I can be bothered picking the deck up, getting the Eidolons, just to do like a deck profile, excuse me, and to do a couple of things, and then eventually not be able to use it because Eidolon won't be that amazing. So it's one of those things. I'm gonna really think about it. Herald of Perfection is obviously really good. Any ritual deck that's like decent, and the only real decent ones are Necros if they start to get some more power back, and obviously Cyber Herald is still a good deck. Then they're good. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So we will see. But yeah, we're just waiting on some judge rulings. So do bear with us. Apologies for the wait. The head judge is now going to be in the room soon, so yeah, that's all good. You didn't honestly miss much when we were down. Didn't miss much at all, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I was too busy fixing my stream, to be honest. So we have. This is the 5th round of 8. So after this, we have 2 more rounds, and it's probably be like 6:15 by that point. So we might not be too late here, which would be really nice for me, because it's obviously very late when we get home and all this stuff. So yeah. Who's head judge? Head judge at this event is Robert McGowan. Very experienced judge. Head judged a lot of different things. Really nice guy as well. So shout out to him. Obviously he's never gonna watch this, but yeah. Welcome back.
I am back in the room.
He is back. Vasalozu is back in the room.
Just a quick investigation on the deck. The judge spotted something on the floor, and just thought I'd have a quick check, make sure everything was all
All in order. Yeah, excellent.
Pointed out the fact that the Camera 3 was under Forbidden Chalice till the end of the turn, so that's been repaired as well.
Okay.
Just while they're there.
That's fine.
So
it stays on the field, obviously.
So yeah, we should be up and running shortly. Sorry to the people watching the stream.
No, that's fine. It actually came good timing to be able to repair the stream as well at the same time, so in no way have we planned that, you know. No, I'm only messing.
So all the people on YouTube, they probably won't be seeing this because it'll be edited out.
No, they'll see this. I'll upload the whole thing. It's fine. Because I've been talking about link summoning as well.
Ah, okay.
So fill in the stream, as you do. It's all about chain burning, link summoning. Oh, that's pretty disgusting. Screw you, I ain't playing with these links. I'm going to play chain burn. It's just that one deck. It's like, what shall I play for the format? I don't know what anything does.
Well,
chain burn.
We got all of the FTK decks banned.
Yeah.
Maybe like secret.
Maybe that'll eventually
Maybe secret bow
hit.
to 0, just desserts to 0. All of the good cards to 0 that chain burn need to play.
So in this instance, I'm going to take a toilet break while we have time. Cover me. Not literally.
He's gonna go to the little girl's room.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should be underway shortly. Will's just popped out for a quick toilet break while this is going on. We'll just let you guys know what the outcome of the investigation will be as well. Okay, it looks like we are getting back underway. As I said, it's been repaired, so the camera freeze on the field. Didn't have to go back and sort of amend the draws because that didn't make any difference to the game state ultimately. So he's just going to go off with his Zoodiac combo again. It was just a warning on the Zoodiac player as well, so...
What a miss!
So the Zoodiac player got a warning on the... I'm not entirely sure what happened in the game.
I believe it was a marked card, but not a maliciously marked card.
Yeah.
Warning on marked cards, yeah.
Yeah, so the judge on the floor just sort of spotted something, had an investigation, they judged that it was fairly innocent.
Yep, so that's fine. Which is all good. It's what we like to see. We don't want to see any DQs, we don't want to see anything. We want to see it all nice and fair play.
Yep, provided everything's above board, we're happy.
Yeah, exactly. So, what I miss? Not much by the looks of it.
Not much has happened.
A turn. An end phase turn and then went to Richard, right?
Yeah, so he ended, the camera free stayed on the field, he summoned, well he played the Zoodiac combo at the start of the turn, shuffled 5 back.
Yeah.
Just did the standard Zoodiac combo.
Standard. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's fair enough. Interestingly, we haven't seen any DDDs.
Yeah.
I thought, considering you researched that, how much?
I was brushing off. That is incredibly difficult. It's not difficult per se. The combos are relatively straightforward. There's lots of places to make mistakes in that combo.
That's the thing, isn't it?
So I was hoping that. Well, to be fair, we did get some pretty tricky decks. I've been at the game for a while, and then,
then you see Skull Servant, and you're just like, what is going on?
Then you see Skull Servant. Then you see the barrier statues.
A Wind Witch artifact player, not really. I think there may be one flying around.
Yeah, there was
no pun intended.
There was a Wind Witch Zoodiac.
Yeah, Wind Witch Zoodiac, like.
But I think they lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we're each time we're looking to get the players that are currently EXO that are going.
Yeah.
Sort of undefeated in the tournament. So far, we've been able to have pretty interesting rounds, but
yeah, I think it's quite good. Has Morpheus? Not sure how the Dark Lord player is doing. Hopefully, I'll be able to find that out for you a little bit later on.
If you guys bear with me shortly.
Oh, we can actually find out.
Do you remember his name?
No. I could probably find it. Round 1, right?
Yep.
It was Nathaniel Gore. So we will find that out for you right now. How about that? So there's just some swinging going on, some damage going in. Richard's got 2 Ghost Ogre in his hand.
Well, I can't see him in the tournament anymore, so...
So maybe he dropped.
Maybe he's already dropped.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Sorry. Well, he just got that 1 win, maybe. Tom must be feeling pretty angry.
If you guys do want any updates on any of the players that you've seen in the earlier rounds, feel free to let us know and we'll try our best.
So I'm just going to update some life points here that haven't properly kept track of here, but the life points as it stands are 3,100 to 3,300, Richard to Edwin respectively.
It would be really interesting to see Edwin steal this game and go to game 3.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
And I mean, the problem with the Yosenjus is they're only very strong when you're able to keep picking them up every turn.
Exactly. And Richard's down to 14 as well, and he only had Ghost Ogres.
He's got the Thorough Blade.
The Thoroughblade's pretty decent. Have we gone back to original beatdown? Attack, pass, attack, pass. I miss those days. They were fun.
It does get to this point in these matchups. I've had quite a few myself with Zoodiac, where it's like you just generate so much advantage, but the deck is...
Then you run out.
If they can, if they have the back row or the dark holes, the slumbers, you just get into the very long, very exhausting games.
The Skull Servant player, as of round 5, before playing round 5, was still XO, just so you know. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, he's doing quite well.
Skull Servant, too good.
So those Ghost Ogres, although they're not amazing, they will
at least
take
kill
out one
them.
of the cameras.
Yep.
So how that interaction would work, he'll still normal summon, activate the effect. Ghost Ogre will kill it.
Yep.
And then he'll be able to normal summon a new one, use the effect if he so wishes. But
so Dryden actually has attack for once. Oh, lose one turn. Been a while since I've seen that card.
So I believe the effect will be live on his opponent's turn, though, correct? So he can still use the pop.
Yes. Because you would have activated it as soon as the card was summoned and kick it in to move to defense mode. Yeah. So it is live now. As you've seen, it is live. So Dryden has activated his effect. He just needs to do 1,700.
But of course, the broad balls are out. If he summons one, it will just go straight to defense.
And not be able to activate its effect. So the lose one turn might buy him a turn.
He needs a whip tower, to be honest, to be able to take it this turn. I can't think of anything else that would seal the game.
He's thinking hard. I'm trying to see what's in his hand. Oh, it's a Garma Seal. So he picked up the Garma Seal and he's got Ogres. Ogre's got very little attack, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And too little to be able to...
Not very beefy.
Yeah, to be able to risk with 1,400 life. If he was on like 8k, then he'd be able to just, summon an attack, hoping that his opponent wouldn't have monsters. But he's just going to set the Ghost Ogre, which has 18... Oh, it has 0 attack. There we go. So he has set the 18 defense.
Another Dark Hole.
Jeez.
This is where, like, Card of Demise would be really strong for him. Oh! That's it, right? He's on 14. Yeah.
It is. Wow. That's
fair enough.
Yeah, that's crazy. What a clutch match, you could say.
And that was going second as well.
Yeah, wow.
So Edwin is probably
Edwin
going to be
did
going second here, but we can see he managed to pull it off.
Yeah, very impressed. So they're going to have to rush now, because I think time is... they did obviously get a bit of an extension, but time is very much underway in the main tournament, I do believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think time was stopped on this one though, so they didn't get time.
Yeah, of course.
It was
Yeah,
just, frozen for them.
It's different, but I mean it's impending.
Yeah. So when I went over there, it was about 15 minutes left on the round for them. So
for them or
yeah,
for main tournament
for just the feature match.
Oh, okay. So and that took about 5. So 10 minutes.
About 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
The game should be decided by that point.
Yeah. Interesting. So going on to game 3. How many have we had? Any game 2-0s? I think we've had one. No. So first one we had.
Round 1 was a 2-0.
School Servant was 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, we can just go through all of our previous rounds.
Zoodiac Telenite was
2-1.
2-1, and Metaphor Yangzing was 2-1.
2-1. So,
see, how fun's that?
It's a very open format by the looks of it.
Well, I mean, it is interesting. There's a lot of really cool things that you can do this format. I actually think that there's like a lot of different decks that can actually compete.
We can see it now. Edwin managed to... He's pulling it off with the Yosenjus.
Yeah, he did extremely well. Very, very well.
And Richard is letting Edwin start here.
Do you think there's like some mind games going on here?
Like Edwin knew his hand was... he knew he would win game 2.
Yeah.
And he would tilt his opponent.
Nah, that's some spicy stuff. So, if we look at Richard's hand, it's Forbidden Chalice, 2 copies of Forbidden Chalice, Twin Twister, Thoroughblade, and a Raptor. You open the Raptor. With Edwin having 2 Drowning Mirror Force, a Garma Seal, a Speedroid
Menko.
That's the one, Menko, and a number 3 or is it 2 of the Yosenju. So
that is Kama.
Okay, well
1. No, 2. Who can tell?
So Vass, we looked away and savagery happened. Edwin set 2 past. He got twin twisted and he drew.
No, he set 1.
Did he only set 1?
He only set the 1.
But he drew into the Terratop. I'm saying it again. He drew into the Terratop. He basically opened the Terratop. Why is it they always do this? Oh.
So
anyway,
Speedroid Menko, if you don't know what it does, when an opponent's monster declares a direct attack while his card is in your hand, you can special summon an attack position, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to defense position. So it's essentially a battle fader, but it switches all their monsters to defense. So,
does Edwin have game here? Sorry, does Richard have possible game? It's the first time we've seen Invoker on the stream.
Yeah, Richard could have made it in game 1 and 2.
I think he probably has game. He also can do an extra 800 damage with those chalices.
Let's see what he has in hand. And
in hand he has 2 chalice, 1 twin twister that's already gone, a Thoroughblade, and a Raptor. I assume one of the one of the chalices was discarded for the twin twister. Yep. So he has a chalice, a Raptor, and something else.
A Thoroughblade.
Oh, Thoroughblade, which has just hit the field. So Thoroughblade's going to activate its effect. Raptor's going to go. He's going to draw into what looks like another Viper. I can't remember.
I mean, ultimately here he should win the game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the game. He can make the Gagaga Samurai, which is the 38 plus the Invoker, which is the 16.
Twice 16. Yeah.
That's the 54 plus he's got the Terratop, so he can normal summon the Fireblade. He should definitely be able to win the duel on this turn.
Yeah. Barring an extreme misplay.
Yeah. Which we may see happen.
Yeah, we may see. You never know. It is starting to get late in the day. It's one of those, isn't it? So.
Richard seems to be fairly comfortable with the deck.
Yeah, it's very obvious that he's well equipped with this deck and is very very fluent in being able to understand a lot of situations and be able to adapt to it. I think this is basically a perfect example of just what Speedroids can do. No, what Zoodiac can do. I was going to say it's an example of what Terratop can do, which was what I was first going to say. But this is just what Zoodiacs do all day, every day. Just keep going. So I wonder how much that Dryden's on.
Huh? Whoops, that's embarrassing. Did he use the broadball to search?
I think so.
No, he Ah, because he didn't want to detach the Fire Blade. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, this is the game as we were saying.
Yep. Because how much is Dryden on?
So Dryden's on 16 for the Fire Blade. The
So,
Samurai's going to attack for 38.
Attack twice, that's it.
And the Whip Tail can attach as a quick effect.
Yeah, of course, to gain the extra damage.
So
and he has nothing in
38,
hands.
48, 54, 66, plus the 28.
But he has the Memko.
Yep, as we saw.
And I think we forgot as well.
Well, I mean, didn't really forget it per se, but it doesn't make all
It
too
doesn't
much
make any difference though, does it?
He has a Chalice. I think he can just Chalice it and win still.
Well, it's special summoned.
Never mind.
So Memko switches all of them, doesn't it? That's what I was thinking.
Let's just get them up to date.
All face up. Yeah, I was right. Wow, Memko.
So you can't actually Forbidden Chalice that because the effect of Special Summon and Change Auto Defense happens simultaneously.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At which
fair
point
enough.
it's in your hand, you reveal it, it's summoned, they will go to defense.
Well, imagine if he had Dark Hole.
Well, he does play
you would
5.
You would be salty. 5?
He's got a Kaiju Slumbers,
Oh, yeah,
plus
true.
the Dark Holes.
So he's going to give it the Gala Seal. Garba Seal. Memko has 0 attack, right? Yeah. Oh, no, 100 from 2000.
So yeah, as we were saying, Richard had to go for the OTK there. No one really expects a Menko to come out of nowhere.
Well, the Chalice is just going to instantly stop any of those shenanigans. He can overlay.
Yep, 2 level 4 wins on the field.
He could possibly go for Chidori, just to try and shuffle a couple of things away. I wonder if anyone can hear that. Outside, we have burgers, but they're the last set of burgers now that have been cooked. So, yeah. Don't think anyone on stream will be able to get a burger, so sorry about that.
So, yeah, as we were saying, I think Richard had to go for the OTK there.
No, you have to. There's no way about it, because he hasn't seen Memko in his hand. He hasn't seen any battle traps.
He hasn't seen it in any single game as well.
Yeah, so you just have to go for it. I still think Richard's probably feeling okay. What's the last card in his hand? I don't think we know, do we? Because it's none of the cards. It's not Raptor, Thoroughblade, Twin Twister, or both Chalices, because we've seen both Chalices. One was discarded and one was just activated then. He's going to go into Lightning. Seems legit. What's he going to hit, though? Because Lightning is...
It's 2-5 normally, so he'll...
So he's going to take 2,700, right? 2,800.
Yeah, so the thing here is... Because Richard went for the OTK play, he never managed to make an Emerald.
Yep.
So he never managed to shuffle everything back.
His resources are down.
He has a Tenki, and it looks like a Whip Towel, but that's not really going to help him. Wow. His opponent set the Drowning, because he went first, only set 1.
Wow.
That was met by the Twin Twister.
Jesus. Is this all really calculated plays?
So Richard went all in on the OTK, and that Menko just destroyed him.
Yeah, literally destroyed him. So he still has an Invoker effect. He still has a Trident, and he still has the Gyro Cowboy. But he's gonna get drowninged.
I guess he can detach for the Invoker, summon a Beast Warrior, normal summon the Whip Tail from his hand and make the Emerald. I guess that seems like a reasonable play. And then he has the Trident, which he can overlay into Tiger Mortar, but at that point he'll have no space on his field.
Yeah.
So he can get the Fire Blade back. I think he can just win again. I think it's OTK, but there is that Drowning.
There's the Drowning. How can you pop the Drowning?
So he can put 8k plus on the field. That's not the issue. It's the fact that there is that.
Does he think that back row is a thing? If you're in this situation, do you think that back row would be a thing or a bluff?
I think I'm so far ahead, I wouldn't throw everything into one back row to risk the game.
I feel like you might as well just like try and do half of the game and then half of the game.
So they've just spotted something.
Whiptail will summon via Invoker.
Had to be destroyed on the previous
turn.
turn.
Right, okay, yeah, fair enough. That's fine. That doesn't really change all that much, though. I don't think.
Can't see much it would have made an impact to the...
Because it was just a monster on the field, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Simo's on stream versus Billy Break. Good luck, Simo.
After this game, you want to...
put it on.
Yeah,
We'll host the channel.
We're allowed to do that, right? Seems legit. We can host them.
Yeah, you can host any channel.
Yeah, and we can commentate over their commentators. They probably wouldn't really appreciate it. Probably not something good to do, but...
Yeah. No, I want to go have a little break, but we...
Yeah.
See what I mean by round one? You were like, oh, we've got a while to rest. I'm like, please, just savor this because it's going to be a long day, and it is.
So did we ever work out what Simo was playing? Must have been
Pure Zoodiac.
Yeah, Zoodiac.
Yeah. Well, he isn't going to be spicy and play something else, is he? So
it's not going to be a.
No.
He's not going to roll up with his Count Fairy deck.
No. At this point, he's going to Drowning. I'm not sure if they've gone into time yet, but I'd probably keep the Drowning.
So he's going to take...
He would... Oh, because the guy has Samurai would...
54
yeah.
if he lets those attacks go through.
Which is a lot, but... What did he draw? That looks like a TT.
Interesting. Richard chose not to go for a Broad Ball and a new Trident.
Okay.
The Whip Tower is going to come down and just banish the camera as well.
Which is obviously strong.
Use the effect and just pop it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's no point letting it just because
probably,
it can't.
Probably not.
Yeah. And he sets the TT. That TT could prove to be pretty big. Picks up the big Kaiju 3/3/1. And yeah, this is what happens when Zoodiac run out of resources.
Yeah, and this is
slows down, and this is exactly what Yosenju want for the game to slow down.
So it'll be interesting to see what Richard actually has left. It looks like he's used all of his resources.
He's used a lot.
Looks like a Denko Wrecker.
It is a Denko Wrecker.
Which is it's a bit late to.
But it's still good.
The Denko, but
it's still good because I think it was a TT, so that's a bit spicy.
He needs like the Camel 1 to just attack that now.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe so he could have went off. He just didn't want to play into the back row.
Which is a sensible thing considering how his opponent had the Drowning. He's probably thinking, oh god, here we go. So I'm just going to play really conservatively because it's not like Yosenju can run away with the advantage. Because does he play Card of Demise? He doesn't, does he?
No, he's not playing Demise Yosenju.
Which I think is probably the better version. And Memko comes down again. That Memko too good. Draw a monster and it'll be happy days.
So is he out of Tridents as well?
I think so.
It looks like they're just
time
now. Are we actually going to see Yosenju still this game?
I don't know, because obviously Zoodiac are on, and that's 2k defense as well.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Is it?
What did he draw? Strike.
It's a strike.
It's
it
not
doesn't
helping.
help him. He gives him the Kaiju, which does nothing.
That's nothing.
He's no Tridents.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
What am I watching?
No. Round 5 of the Brotherhood. You can't say it's not interesting.
Speed Red Menko, best card in the game.
Twice stopped in like an OTK basically, or like fair damage.
If you just go back to that Drowning where he had the Samurai and the so okay, yeah,
he's just gonna switch to attack
the Menko, take the 700
700s, yeah,
banish the Menko, poke through with 17 with the Denko. I guess this all comes down to what Edwin can draw on this last turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's put up a very good fight up until this point.
He has. It's been a very good game. It's been back and forth a lot more than I thought it would be.
So we'll just wait for confirmation on life points, but it should be 4,400 to 6,300. Uh, 4,500. Yeah, because of obviously.
Well, he drew Yosenju, but it wasn't the Yosenju he needed. It's the one that increases attack.
And I believe it only has. Let's just double check. but I don't think it can actually beat over anything on
It
the
can't,
field
because
here.
it's only 1,000.
Yeah, and it can give a different Yosenju 1,000, so
Yeah.
that's not what he needed here. He needed a... Oh, a DD Crow.
Oh, whoa. Spicy. So the Thoroughblade is gone, which actually slows him down a little bit.
So yeah, I guess that...
Yeah, it just gives you 1,000 attack. So he's going to switch the Tiger Mortar into defense and swing for the 1-4? 5?
1-7?
Oh, 1-7, my god. I always forget that. Don't know why.
So he is actually up on the board.
Yeah.
What turn of time is this?
I know he's not, he's 100 life points
Yeah.
down.
So Edwin's still ahead.
This is Edwin's last turn.
0, 1...
Because that's his 4. 5, last turn. He
They
can't...
might be counting 1 to 6 though, to be fair. I think a time was scored on Richard's turn.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So Edwin might get one more
Edwin
turn.
might get 1 turn. But he's got vanities though, and strike,
But,
and
he needs to be able to deal 100 points of damage.
well, 200 ideally. Can Viper quit from grave? I forget.
No.
No, I didn't think so. I just wanted to be sure I wasn't, because he's drawing trap cards and they're not helping him.
He can get equal on life points here because the Tiger
Yeah.
Mortar is at 100.
Oh, that, it's basically if I can't win, you can't win.
Ooh, or actually he could just risk everything and attack with Tiger Mortar over the 0 defense.
Imagine that. Imagine that read.
He could just be insane at this game and attack over the 0 defense.
Oh, he's...
Oh my god.
Yosenju just...
What happened?
Yosenju beat...
What?
What happened?
He had the game.
He didn't have the game.
Okay, but I mean his opponent had to do 1600.
No, because if he drew any other monster, he would have beaten over the Tiger Mortar.
Yeah, but it just depends what Edwin's next card is.
I want to know what his next card is.
I think
No.
I think we'll be back shortly and ask Edwin what his top card is.
Okay, wow. Go quick before he. It's on top of his deck. We're gonna find out. I just wanted to show it just so we know. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna stand up. I'm just awaiting confirmation. Oh, we'll have to see. But yeah, that was crazy. Wow. Well done to Yosenju. Yosenju are XO still. Crazy.
It was a kaiju.
It was a kaiju, so it
I
wouldn't
believe
have
it
helped
was
him.
the Godala.
So it wouldn't have helped him.
No, it wouldn't have
Wow.
done anything.
Okay, so that was crazy. Glad we all enjoyed that one. I certainly did. Yosenju, Zoodiac are getting destroyed on this stream.
It's not a good event for Zoodiac.
No, it's really not for us, not for this stream anyway. But yeah, so that's it. We will be back for round 6 very, very soon, as time was obviously called on this, and the main tournament has finished the rounds pretty much. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we'll be back very, very soon.